Island's favorite realtor, Louis Monroe, bringing you guys some real estate information. Now, this is day 4 of me being like straight self-quarantine, staying at the house. I've been going to showings because, as you know, I'm Rhode Island's favorite realtor. So I've been going to showings, but I've been wearing gloves. I've been throwing on the mask. I'm even asking my clients if they have masks and gloves, because if they don't, I'll bring some, because we just gotta be as safe as possible, man. This coronavirus, the number of coronaviruses in Rhode Island continue to go up, but I am not a scientist, so I won't be reporting much on those numbers, but I'm pretty sure you can find them anywhere on the internet. So let's just dive right into one of the first articles I read this morning. Now this morning, with all of this going on though, right? Commercial real estate has been hit pretty hard. Because imagine you own a plaza and let's say, I don't know, there's a nail salon there. Let's say there's a barbershop. Let's say there's a restaurant. A lot of those places have been shut down. So you, as a commercial property owner, are seeing all the headlines and you understand that these businesses are closed. So that kind of puts you in a tough predicament because of the fact that obviously right now I know a lot of mortgages are being postponed, but at the end of the day, that's an income that you had and now that has been thrown off because of this pandemic. So this article here doesn't really go into the numbers about commercial real estate, but it just talks about commercial property owners need to start planning for the future, because this is what it says. Ready? Building managers and owners should consider reviewing their operational strategies that point to the need for long-term vigilance. Even if this virus does significantly decrease, would it return in fall? So what they're saying with that is pretty much anybody with a business has to start putting these things in play, because the future looks like we're gonna have more viruses. From what this says, it says certain factors, including increased trade and travel, deforestation, climate change, are pushing us into a new era of viruses. That was kind of crazy. I'm like, wow, so we're just gonna be dealing with all kinds of outbreaks in the future? If that's true, then we all just gotta plan accordingly. You know what I mean? Let's see. So that's an article there. Put it on my Facebook page. The next one I seen is energy bills going skyrocket. A tip in this article says vacuum your refrigerator. I've never vacuumed my refrigerator in my life, so this was pretty interesting to read. It was just something new, but it says refrigerators that should be maintained to keep them working most efficiently. Vacuum the condenser coils, which I'm sure is the part in the back and the bottom. Inspect and clean the door gaskets for a proper seal. So that was a cool little article, just trying to give you some advice on how to save on your energy bill, because with all of us being self-quarantined, we're using all kinds of electricity. Like my lights are on most of the day. My computer is being used most of the day. And another thing is incandescent bulbs can use up to 70% more energy than LEDs. Now, all my lights are LEDs. Like I've, to be honest, since like probably 2012, every light bulb I ever bought was an LED. But because of that, because of the fact that it's a lot more energy efficient and they last longer. And one quick question, I just wanted to throw it out there for you guys. Should we be removing, right? Should we be removing our clothes as soon as we get home after being out in the real world? I don't know the answer to that. So if any of you scientists out there or doctors or heavy Google searchers, let me know. Let me know if I should be removing my clothes as soon as I get home. I don't know the answer to that. Now this other article. Online notaries come to their rescue on transactions. Now, this company here, I think it's just called Notary. The article is on my Facebook page, Louis Monroe. This company did 10 billion in transactions last year, all right? And the predictions for this year is 100 billion in transactions. Even without the coronavirus, I don't see me going to the closing table anymore. Dairy Dijkstra, I'm sorry, I know I butchered that name. But that person, they used an electronic notarization service in late March. So, I mean, that's another thing that's kind of crazy about this. Like, right now, everything is different. But even when this coronavirus like goes away, or just when we kind of go back to normal, things will never be the same again. For example, I used to, have my office. I had my office space for like 2-3 years, but now with all of this going on, I done turned my home into an office. Like here, my study room, now this is just my office. And it just kind of actually made me realize I can actually maximize my time. I can go from thing to thing to thing, from team. Whoa, I sounded like Drake on one of those albums. Well, the album that he called a playlist, which was dumb. Whatever, Drake. So normally I take my break at 12, right? Take a break, take a breather from 12 to 1, just relax. And before I used to have to drive home, and that commute would take like 15-20 minutes. But now I take my break at 12 and I'm on my couch by 12. Like, that is amazing. I can completely relax and enjoy that break and get right back to work at 1 o'clock. But you gotta be super, super disciplined. Actually, let me show you this while we're here. This is my schedule. So I've always had a really strict schedule. These are like from other days depending on what time I wake up. But this is what I follow Monday through Thursday. Fridays, I kind of relax a little bit. I don't force myself to wake up at 4 in the morning on Fridays. But waking up late for me is like 6, 7 in the morning. That's waking up late for me. So Fridays I'm still up like around 6 or 7. Boom, 4:30. I put my coffee, start brewing, you know what I'm saying? I start making my coffee. While that's happening, I go brush my teeth. Now, when I brush my teeth, it's a long procedure, bro. I take like 15 minutes. I floss. I got a little stimulator thing. You should look that up. And then, I do soft circular motions. Actually, I started brushing upwards. Random, I know, but I had a dentist appointment, and he told me, he was dropping some bars on me. He was like, instead of doing circular, start brushing upwards on the bottom and start brushing downwards at the top. And I was like, that makes sense. And I used to change my toothbrush like every month. He told me, don't do that, because when you change your toothbrush too often, the bristles are too hard, which could lead to gum recession. And I was like, whoa, I thought I was doing my teeth, a good deed by changing my toothbrush all the time. He's like, no, get a soft bristle brush, and just, you know what I'm saying, treat your teeth nice. And I was like, all right, good looking, doc. See you next year. 5 a.m. meditations. Did I just drop? Something just dropped. Actually, the thing I was hanging this, I just realized came off with this. Whoa. 5 a.m. meditations. 5:30. I read 10 to 20 pages right now. I'm going through this book by Gary Keller, Shift. I'm almost done with it, you know what I'm saying? And then 6:30, I read real estate news. Oatmeal. I used to make oatmeal at this time, but trial and error, I realized that's not the best time for me to make oatmeal. I started doing this once this video here is, being processed and finished. But 8 a.m. lead generation, following up with people, calling people, seeing what's up, seeing how things are going. 11 a.m. more follow-up on like things that are happening right now, things that I have on the contract. 12, I get a break, follow-up, blog more. 5 p.m., I end my day. So, working from home is one of the biggest changes for me going forward. Like, I can't see myself going to an office. I just can't, because the amount of time I'm able to save by staying home. And shout outs to my wife for holding it down with my son, Lumen. Lumen be wild. Like, he does not stop moving. So shout out to my wife. I love you, Janabelle. You are the love of my life. I can't do nothing without you. Just want to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? Boom. This is something else too. Drive-through closings. We've been launched into the future, bro, with all of this. Like, there's really a drive-through closing, right? So I'll show you guys. I'll put it up on the video. But there's a picture here of somebody going, like, a drive-through for Legacy Title. It's a cool article, but you should read it. I didn't read that one. I just saw the picture, and I thought it was funny. Something else on another article that's kind of sad is that only 15% of workers, right? So 85% of people in this, right? So there's a big chunk here, right? So I just want you to focus on that That's a big number. So let me read it for what it is. Only 15% of workers who earn less than $25,000 are able to work from home. There's a lot of people who make under $25,000. It is what it is. And right now, 85% of those people can't continue work. They were already, struggling with that $25,000, because when you look at the cost of living, $25,000 is making that much money. It makes it hard to survive. So some things in here I just wanted to highlight. This is quoted obviously, in the rental market, sight unseen transactions may prompt elevated levels of rental fraud. Sight unseen means sight unseen. Like, you call a landlord and say, hey, I seen your property online. Can you send me a video? Boom, they send you a video, and then you say you like it, you send them money, and now all of a sudden they disappear. That is possible. That used to happen before, when people still had access to go see the house. People were getting scammed by people saying, hey, I'm actually out of town. My wife is sick in Atlanta, and I'm over here, so please just go take a look outside the house, and if you like it, we can talk when we get back after you send me your deposit. And people would get scammed like that. People would go outside the house, look through the window, and then send a stranger money, and then all of a sudden they disappear. So elevated levels of rental fraud might occur. Some households may need to make a move sight unseen into their new home or apartment. We know that. Many apartment communities are already enabling virtual tours in response to the pandemic, and many renters and owners alike may soon be evaluating their next home through a tablet screen. Also, geographic mobility. So basically, just people moving. There's gonna be a lot less people moving. One of the reasons that geographic mobility generally declines during downturns, when a lack of job opportunities catalyze fewer long-distance moves across market or housing upgrades. Evictions and foreclosure moratoriums. You know what? No shame. I'm gonna grab this right now. I don't know how to say that word. Moratorium. Evictions and foreclosure. Say it.
Moratorium.
Sheesh. Will also help slow mobility. Many upgrade and downgrade moves will be postponed rather than canceled. Fewer people moving means fewer homes available. And that's true, man. Most of the time, people selling their house are people who are moving. And if people aren't moving, there's less houses for sale. That's tough. That's tough on the housing market. Fewer people moving means fewer homes available. With both pandemic and policy keeping people in place, affordable units will become even more rare through 2020 peak season. Let me repeat that. Affordable units will become even more rare through the 2020 peak season. So if you're out in the market and you see a house that you really like, really consider making an offer right away, because the chances of you coming into something else that you like and it's affordable are just going to become less and less throughout the 2020 peak season, which is like the spring, summertime. But guys, that's all I have for you guys today. Actually, I wanted to give a shout out to my cousin Chuchi. Chuchi, congratulations on getting a full-time offer at that new spot. I don't know. Actually, I do know what it is. I just don't want to put it out there. If you want to put it out there, drop in a comment below. But shout out to my cousin Chuchi, Jarrell, De Los Santos. And going forward, guys, I'm just going to continue keeping you guys posted. Notice I didn't wear a hat today. I just had to let the hair show. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I really miss my barber. I really miss my barber. We had some good times. Good times. Back in the old days, you know? Actually, you know what's kind of funny? I seen a video of like an event at a convention center, and it made me feel nostalgic. I'm like, remember when people used to get together? Good times. But that's all I got for you today. Louis Monroy, Rhode Island's favorite realtor. If you're looking to buy or sell a house, or if you're running short on supplies, let me know, because trying to find things right now in the stores is very difficult. But through teamwork, we can make it through anything. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.